What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Daily Action Figure Reviews here on Economist Prime. Today we take a look at a figure that I have been wanting for quite some time. Finally got my hands on it over the weekend thanks to my kids and my wife. Early birthday present, and I couldn't think of a better birthday present because this thing is really good. This, of course, is the Studio Series 86 ULTRA MAGNUS. This guy got crazy on the aftermarket. He was pushing like $250 at one point, but he was reissued. Finally, Hasbro decided to reissue something good. So they reissued him, got mine at my local toy dealer over the weekend, and man, I couldn't be happier with this figure. I think he's worth the Commander price. And some of my issues that I thought I would have with him, I actually think are okay. So let's take a look at this guy here. One note before we get too far into this video: we will not be looking at the alt mode in this video. I am not transforming this guy. I want to leave him in robot mode. So if you don't like just viewing the robot mode, might be a good time for you to click off this video, go check out another video, maybe from MGO or Prime vs. Prime or somebody like that. We are just going to be taking a look at the robot mode. So let's get into it. Let's take a look at that head sculpt. I mean, this thing is reading G1 through and through. I'm going to put a picture up here as I'm talking to show you how G1 accurate this guy really is. And I think Hasbro did a phenomenal job on him. I think they really did a good job. He looks really good. The one issue, as we kind of look at the aesthetics of him, is he doesn't really have a neck, but that is what it is. Other than that, I really like him. Another complaint that a lot of people have is that he is too wide in the shoulders. I can understand that. I agree with that. If this panel right here was removed and the shoulders were taken in, I think he would be perfect. But due to transformation, they had to get him all collapsed in a certain way so that he wouldn't have any kibble in the back. And as you can see, there is nearly no back kibble on this guy at all. He is very streamlined, very uniform looking, and I'm okay with him being a little more wide. It just makes him a little more of a badass. So that is fine with me. Let's take a look at that head sculpt. Look at that nice silver head sculpt. I'm gonna turn his head around. He does have light piping there, so you will get the blue coming through. And the blue is really cool too, because it gives kind of a metallic blue, which looks really, really good as well. His antennas here do come packed and separate, so you will have to install those, so just be aware of that. But the colors really match the G1 cartoon and the G1, well, not really the G1 toy, but the G1 cartoon. And they're crisp. All the colors are done really nicely, and everything looks really good. All the paint's done nicely, and yeah, just a really, really good looking figure. He comes with a ton of accessories, which we'll get to in a minute, but let's take a look at all the details here. Everything is really accurate too. His feet are accurate, the belt's accurate, the arms, the missiles, of course, the head, the chest. We'll show you a gimmick here in just a minute what the chest has. And then the back too, like I said, very streamlined and looks really, really good. They tidied this guy up really, really well. He is an expensive figure though. He is a $90 action figure. I paid just a little bit more because I didn't know if I was going to be able to get him. The reissue sold out very quickly. Before we get to articulation, let's take a look at the accessories. We're going to take his shoulder missiles off because these are accessories. These things are really cool too. So you get two of these. Missiles are removable. And one cool thing you can do with these is you get a bunch of blast effects. You can take the missile, put it in, and then put that part in. It looks like a shooting missile. So I like that a lot. I think that is really cool, really solid looking, and makes for a lot of playability too. So I'm really happy about that. So of course you get two of these, one for each shoulder. We'll go ahead and put those back on him real quick here. And then we'll take a look at those blast effects as well. You get a whole slew of blast effects. These, we're not going to go over these too much. These are really the same ones that you get with Scorponok and Rodimus and all those. They're colored a little bit different. We get a little bit more of the smoke going on these, but there's several blast effects that work well and are compatible with not only the missiles, but also the guns. Speaking of the guns, his primary gun done very well. Very nice silver shine to this. Looks really good. He's got a white handle, which I'm okay with. I'm okay with the handle not being silver because the paint would rub off. And then we've got this, the one issue I've got with this weapon, this plastic clear port. I know why they did it. They did it for this reason right here. So you can have the blast effect, but I kind of wish we had gone back to the old way where this was hollowed out and you could stick it in to where we're not seeing this nasty looking peg, because this doesn't really look super solid to me. I mean, it's all right, but yeah, it is what it is. But a very nice looking gun. And he also comes with a secondary gun too, which this totally reads G1 Transformers to me. Very nice detail. Again, has the plastic tip on there and the white handle, and really done well. You can store his weapons on him, so we'll go ahead and turn him around. This secondary gun will peg onto his back. Let's see if we can get it on there. Like so. So he can hold that there. And then his primary gun will actually hook on to his butt plate, which is kind of an odd place to have it, but that is where it goes. So we'll get that on there. So you have plenty of storage for the weapons. So he can have those weapons there. He's got his missile launchers. If you don't want to have them displayed with the guns, that is some really nice storage right there. Let's pause. We'll take a look at articulation and a nice little gimmick next. All right, a lot of articulation for this guy. I am kind of wondering what Hasbro's thinking on some of this though, just due to the fact where the ratchet joints are. So let's go ahead and start with the head. The head moves up really well. As you can see, it goes all the way back. Goes down pretty nicely too, and will go side to side. This is a nice ball joint, and you can get a lot of personality, a lot of movement out of that head sculpt. That looks phenomenal right there. I really like that. The ratchets and the arms are extremely tight. You can hear that. They will go all the way around. I'm not going to mess with it too much. They will also go up. This is a much lighter hinge too, so be careful of that. It will stay up, but just be careful that it doesn't take a lot of force to get it down. So we've got that. We've got an elbow joint that goes about 90. Not too bad there. That looks pretty good. We also have bicep rotation. In the hand is interesting. So the main finger, the index finger, has 2 points of articulation in, and then we have one at the second knuckle too. So we get a nice trigger pose. The thumb itself has no articulation, and then the other 3 fingers will just go in and out. As far as wrist rotation, he has that as well, as you can see there. So that's nice. I do like that they gave him a trigger finger that is more posable. That is a good thing that Hasbro did. As far as the waist goes, he will swivel back and forth. He will do the splits slightly. We don't need Ultra Magnus to do the splits at all. That's kind of ridiculous. And as far as the knee, got a soft ratchet here. For that, goes about 90. Nothing wrong there. We do have a little bit of rotation at the hip that you can get him into. And then we've got a slight ankle tilt down at the feet. So pretty well articulated. I, for one, don't need Ultra Magnus that articulated. I need him just standing there looking like a badass. That's really all I need him to do. I mentioned a gimmick in the last segment. This is to get to the Matrix, and I think this is really good and a really nice thing that they installed here. So what you want to do is you want to go ahead, grab the bottom of this T, open, and these are spring loaded, and they'll pop in to reveal the Matrix. And the Matrix chamber, I got to tell you, this is painted very well and very detailed, as you can see. Very nice grayish blue type coloration in there. That looks really good. And then they use a nice bright well-painted Matrix to put in there. So I really like this. This is a transparent red that's painted over silver on the inside and then red on the outside. So I really like that little gimmick. I think that looks really good. Plus it's very accurate to the show as well. So I think that is very, very well done and a welcome addition. You are paying $90 for this figure, so I'm glad they included something that was a little more gimmicky with it, because I think it needs it. Let's go ahead and get to some comparisons next. All right, we had to get the wide view for this shot, but there is a humongous difference between these two. I was on the fence about this guy when they actually released him, just due to the fact I thought this Magnus was good enough. This is the Siege Magnus, but much like the Earthrise Prime and the SS-86 Prime, there's a huge difference here that you can't really notice until you get them together. There is nothing wrong with this Siege Magnus. His alt mode sucks, but as a robot, he looks quite good, but the difference is huge. Of course, we're comparing a commander class to a leader class, but just if you're a cartoon guy like I am, you're going to want the commander class Magnus. If you're okay with just having any Magnus at all, this does the job, but I just think this one blows it out of the water for another 40 bucks, not even 40 bucks, another, let's see, that'd be 35 bucks. I think it's worth it to get this guy. Hasbro does do better with their more expensive figures. I think that's just a given now. The Commander class line probably to me is the best line, but it's one of the most expensive. But you look at these guys side by side, I mean, look at the difference on these. Plus, look at the back. Look how the back cleans up on the Commander class as opposed to the Siege. You can see he's got a Optimus Prime butt going on there, and it just doesn't, it works, but it's just not what I want in an Ultra Magnus. Ultra Magnus is a big player in the movie, so I am happy that I got this guy. Let's go ahead and bring in our Studio Series Optimus Prime, see how this works out. And again, I actually think Magnus might be a tad bit too tall, but still, this looks awesome. This looks really, really good. This is exactly what I'm looking for in terms of movie accurate figures, and it's done quite well. Actually, I'm a bigger fan of the Ultra Magnus than the Optimus Prime. I still think the Optimus Prime's got too much backpack going on there, but these guys look really, really solid together. So there you go. All right, guys, so one final look at him. Excellent figure. I am super, super happy about this guy. As you can see, we've got him with all the blast effects. The missiles coming out, that looks awesome. So there's a ton of playability with this guy. I love what Hasbro did. This right now is probably one of my favorite things that I've got all year long. This is a really, really well done figure, and I'm super happy with it. He gets a 9 out of 10 for me. Go get him if you can. They did reissue him, and I'm glad they did. And super, super good figure. If you guys like this video, please comment, like, subscribe. Go get yourself an Ultra Magnus, and we will see you guys tomorrow on the next one.